We got actor, martial artist, stuntman, Johnny Alicea coming up on the Mavericks Dojo. Yeah, how was your day?
The same as usual. Just normal work. I worked and then went to the gym and then now just got home and trying to relax. You know. So.
So you go to the gym a lot?
Yeah, I go like pretty much almost every day. Like after I get out of work. You know. So.
You do a lot of
I
cross
always.
training.
Yeah, well, I do a lot of weights, and I do weights, and I try to do it. I don't run that much, but I'm starting to get back into cardio right now because I figure, I could like lose a little bit more pounds, and I'm trying to tone down a bit, you know. So I always want to try to keep myself in good shape until I find a better like martial arts school, you know. So
You still
I
keep you
really
still
want to
keep
get
up with
back into martial arts.
you still keep up with the old training though, right?
Yeah, I still keep up with the train. I make sure I make sure I do my roundhouse kicks, my crescent kicks, and all that other good stuff. So, my jiu-jitsu holds and all that stuff. So, but the thing is that, like working out at the gym is one thing, but not doing martial arts is another. And I feel like something is empty. If I'm not doing both. Like the gym and martial arts. Because it's like two different workouts, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I feel you, man. I feel you. I heard that you were in CSI New York. Is that true?
Actually, I was in CSI New York. I was one of the. It was just like it was first starting off when I moved out to Los Angeles in 2007, and I was just getting my feet wet, and then I started doing background. But yeah, somebody actually saw me. I was actually one of the background like feature cops on the show.
That's
So he
awesome.
got to saw me, because it was pretty cool. I was like pushing all the reporters and away from the crime scene. So
That's
and
cool.
it was so yeah.
And were you an extra in movies like Iron Man, Get Smart, and Crossing Over?
Yes, Iron Man. Actually, I was one of the car ballet guys. Like I don't know if you remember the scene from Iron Man. It was the scene when Tony Stark was making his way to the Walt Disney concert hall. And then, I don't know if you remember that scene. Like people weren't expecting him to come to the red carpet, so then he just came out of nowhere, and he gets out of his car, and there's a valet guy who greets him, and then there's another valet guy that comes down and greets him to the red carpet, and that's actually me.
Oh wow, that's awesome. I'll be looking for that next time.
Definitely look into that because I'll tell you a funny story. What happened was I was at a electronic TV store, and they were playing Iron Man, and then they actually got to that scene, and then one of the workers, he saw the character, which was me, and then he looked at me, and then he was looking up, looking down, looking up. I was like, wait a minute, is that? And then the coworker came up to me and asked, you know what, this is going to be a stupid question, but did you ever like work on like a film before? Did you ever work on the film Iron Man by any chance? I said, yeah, I have. I said, you just saw me in that scene, right? He said, oh, that was you. Holy shit, it was hysterical, man.
That's really
So, yeah.
awesome. That's really awesome. Like, has that always been a passion for you, like as a child, or is it something that you know it just came to you, like maybe in your young adult years or something like that?
Well, the funny thing is that I wanted to like get into acting because what happened was when I was a kid, I grew up watching Jean-Claude Van Damme and Steven Seagal films, and when I saw these guys on TV, I always wanted like to be those guys, the guy that kicks ass and and gets the girls at the end, and that kind of like inspired me. Like I really wanted to do. That's what got me into like doing martial arts when I was in my teens, and then from there, I started getting into like computer science, but then like when I was like in like half a year of college, I was saying to myself, you know what? I really don't want to do this. I mean, I don't want to be doing, going to a 9 to 5 job like everybody else, and then, and then I come home, eat dinner, and I repeat the same thing over again. I mean, to me, that's like boring. So then I started, and then I got away from school for a bit, and then what happened was the way I got into acting I did a music video for Trauma Films, and the music video was for it was like a feature what was it called? It was a feature song for the newest film, Tales from the Crapper, and the song was "Kick in the Head" by Purple Pam, and in the music video I played as one of the ex-boyfriends.
Hmm.
Yeah, and so I was featured in that, and then from there, after I was done with after I was finished for the day, this director came up to me and asked me that that he was doing this horror film and he wanted me to be a part of it. So I said, yeah, sure, no doubt. So after I did the film, well, fortunately that film didn't go anywhere. I said to myself, you know what? If I'm really serious about this, maybe I can maybe I can go somewhere with this. Because I had a buddy of mine that's in LA right now, and he's doing stunts and he's doing films. So I decided, let me go further with this. So and then I started reading books, and I started buying books, breaking break into acting for dummies. I bought all those books and I was reading about it and finding out the schools and everything. Like I went to HB Studios over in New York City, and I took some acting classes. And then from there, then that's where we are right now,
Right. Who's your favorite actor growing up?
My favorite actor, besides the actor, actually, my first my favorite actor when I was a kid, obviously, it was Jonathan Van Damme. But then when I grew up later on, I started watching other films, and then I was watching, movies like Heat. I was watching Carlito's Way and Goodfellas. My favorite actor as of right now is Ray Liotta, because I'm kind of like him a bit, because, Ray Liotta, I don't know if you know, he doesn't like seeing himself in like films and TV shows because he's always criticizing himself. He's always saying that, I don't like the way how I did it, I should have done better. And I'm kind of like that myself,
Yeah.
because I was like, when I went to the red carpet premiere for Alicea, everybody, like, there was like 100+ people at that theater. And then I was watching my performance, and I kept saying to myself, I should have done this better. Maybe I should have said this, and I should have done that. You stupid idiot, Johnny. But then I decided going on. Everybody loved my performance. I had this one guy. He said he reminded me of a young Sylvester Stallone, maybe because of my voice. So, and it made me feel good. But I'm like my biggest criticism. So, that I always find ways to improve myself.
Yeah. So then then you could say then that your favorite movie would be Goodfellas.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. But like my favorite I want to say like I always put myself like favorite comedy, favorite action, like favorite martial arts film. My favorite martial arts film will always be Enter the Dragon.
Oh yeah, mine too. I love that movie. Oh.
Yeah, I could watch that movie like so many times and never get tired of it. Like every time they play it on TV, while I'm at work or something, I just leave it on.
So then you would consider yourself a physical actor then, more than anything else?
Yes. And whenever they need like if they need an actor like to do stunts, I always tell people like I wanted to do my own stunts, unless it's something like really, really dangerous, then they'll have to get the real stunt guys to do it. But like it has something to do with like fights and stuff like that, or falling down, I can do that. But like stunt driving, all that stuff, no.
Wow. What future projects are you going to be starring in?
Well, right now I got a film called Defying Demons. We're supposed to be shooting that hopefully by spring. And I have another project that a friend of mine is working on later on. I think it's going to be around April, because he's trying to get some finances going on. And one of my buddies is actually going to be doing a sequel to his film. It's called I don't know if you're familiar with the Sega Genesis game back from the '90s, Streets of Rage. He
What?
did a yes. My friend Basil Masters. He did he wrote, he directed, and he starred on the short fan film called Bare Knuckles Streets of Rage. and he played Axel Stone in the film. And when I worked with this guy on Mortal Kombat Face Beginning, he played Johnny Cage. And since we met each other, we connected pretty tight. We were just like long lost brothers, pretty much. And he was telling me that he's actually trying to get Bare Knuckles Street Race 2 going right now because he had a lot of great response to his first film. So that's what I'm working on right now. So I got a lot of things lining up right now. So
That's
yeah.
awesome. When you got that part as an extra in Iron Man, did you get to meet any of the actors or see what they were like from where you were standing?
No. I mean, I just said like hi to Robert Downey Jr. Like I said hi to him. He said hi back. So not really, because extras, they're just there to I mean, it actually works only good to like when you want to get your feet wet in the industry.
Are they really hard on extras, or how is it being an extra in one of those big budget films?
It's okay. I mean, it's not something that you want to do like for the rest of your life, for sure. It's like, you're just there in the background, but you got a lot of the, like the crew members, they tell you, you can't go there, you can't do this, can't do that. So they're very strict. Like some of them, they don't even want you talking like to the stars. So
Wow.
that's how it is, So yeah.
Yeah. I was going to ask you really quick before I let you go. What do you think makes for a great actor? And this is a question for like up and coming actors and people that want to get into acting. What kind of advice do you have for them?
Well, the advice I would give to like a person that wants to start off acting is to, I would say like to read scripts, like try to like go to schools, like starting like start off like in plays or stages. Try to like find like your nearest like town theater that does like shows like that, so that way you can see how everything is. And people are saying that, oh, you have to move to New York, you have to move to Los Angeles immediately. But those people, it's like they move to Los Angeles, they move to New York, and it's like they have no experience whatsoever. They think they're just going to go to New York and Los Angeles, and then they're going to all of a sudden be this big star. No, it's not like that. If you don't have the experience, then people are not going to accept you. I always say to people, like, wherever you are, see if you can like work with local people that knows how to that wants to do films. Or if you don't, if there's if you're like the only person there, like maybe like make your own films.
Yeah.
Or I always tell people that maybe like work or star in your own films and try to set up a group, go on social media, try to get yourself out there. There's like networking, like a networking party where all the actors and actresses and stunt guys, whatever, they get together. Go to those, because you never know who you might bump into.
Attention business owners. Reach over 100,000 martial artists a month by advertising with World Martial Arts Media. We can put your product, service, or event announcements in front of your target audience. Advertise with World Martial Arts Magazine, World Martial Arts Radio, World Martial Arts TV, or all 3 media sources for the biggest bang for your advertising buck. Visit www.worldmartialartsmedia.com and click on the advertising link to see just how amazingly affordable it can be.
Okay, and on your experience with Daniel Pesina, what was that like?
Oh man, it was awesome. It was great working with him because growing up playing the first 2 games, and just to meet the guy who originally did all the moves for like Johnny Cage, Scorpion, Sub-Zero, Reptile, New Saigon Smoke. But what was so great about Daniel Pesina is that I'll tell you the most miracle thing he did. It was Sunday night, and then we were ready to shoot the film on Monday. On Sunday night, the actor who was supposed to play Shang Tsung, he dropped out of the film. So everybody was like, oh, great, now we don't have a Shane Son now. So Daniel Pesina stepped up and said, you know what, guys, let me play the role. I'll do it. And he was just there, just like to coordinate the fights and stuff like that. So, I mean, kind of stepping up, and taking the role, I mean, that was such a great thing he did. So working with him, it was an honor. And if I ever visit Chicago, I would definitely love to visit his school.
Oh man, so would I. So would I, definitely. Wow, that's a wonderful, awesome experience, man. You know,
Yeah, I mean,
I'm
yeah,
sure
he
I'm
could have
sure
been
you
like,
used to play with him back in the day when you played the game. You know, you used to choose Johnny Cage.
yeah, well, I always either played like Scorpion or Scorpion, Reptile, or Sub-Zero because, I was a big Ninja fan back in the 90s,
Yeah, who wasn't? Yeah, and now you were talking about before, your involvement in the upcoming Netflix Luke Cage series. What's your involvement there?
My involvement was that I stand in for the actor Theo Rossi. You probably remembered him. He played as Juan Carlos in Sons of Anarchy. He's going to be playing Alvarez, Chase. So he's going to be playing one of the villains on the show that's coming up. And all I was doing, I was just standing in for him, and we were doing the promo shots and like the little trailers and all that good stuff. But he was such a very nice, humble guy, man. So I was able to talk to him, and he was, he was great to work with. And then I also got to talk to Rosario Dawson. She is such a sweetheart.
You got to meet Rosario Dawson.
Yes,
Oh
when
my
I was on
goodness.
set. Let me tell you. I'm going to tell you a funny story. What
I was
happened?
thinking about her yesterday
So,
because she's one of my favorite actresses. She's so beautiful. My goodness.
I loved her in 7 Pounds, Sin City, and Death Proofs. She was great. She's such a wow. But I'm gonna tell you a funny story. What happened? So all the other actors, after Rosario Dawson was doing her her promo shots and stuff like that, after she was done stepping out, all the other guys, that was working with the other stand-ins, she's just passing by. These guys wouldn't even say anything to her. So I said, hey, Rosario, how you doing? She's like, hello. And I looked at these guys, and I was like, come on, guys. I mean, say something to her. Don't be all mute. And then they got their faces turned red. I said, come on, open up to these people. I mean, do you want her to think that you're just a shy person?
Oh wow.
Yeah, but she is gorgeous in person.
Oh my goodness. You got to see her in real life.
Yeah, I got to see her real life. I got to talk to her just for a bit, but not too long though. So, and Mike Coulter, who plays Luke Cage, he's a very nice guy too.
Did you get to meet him too?
Yeah, well, we did a little, we were doing the stand-in, so, he was coming up next to us, and then, I just said hi, and that was it, and then we kept it going. So,
That's great.
but yeah, I think he was a phenomenal Luke Cage. I loved his performance in Jessica Jones. So, I'm pretty sure he's going to knock it out of the park in this season.